Saint Porphyrius, Bishop of Gaza, commemorated on February 26th. Saint Porphyrius, Archbishop of Gaza, was born about the year 346 at Thessalonica. His parents were people of substance, and this allowed Saint Porphyrius to receive a fine education. Having the inclination for monastic life, he left his native region at 25 years of age and set off for Egypt, where he lived in the Nitrian desert under the guidance of Saint Macarius the Great, January 19th. There he also met Saint Jerome, June 15th, who was then visiting the Egyptian monasteries. He went to Jerusalem on pilgrimage to the holy places and to venerate the life-creating cross of the Lord, September 14th. Then he moved into a cave in the Jordanian wilderness for prayer and ascetic deeds. After 5 years, Saint Porphyrius was afflicted with a serious malady of the legs. He decided to go to the holy places of Jerusalem to pray for healing. As he lay half-conscious at the foot of Golgotha, Saint Porphyrius fell into a sort of trance. He beheld Jesus Christ descending from the cross and saying to him, "Take this wood and preserve it." Coming out of his trance, he found himself healthy and free from pain. Then he gave away all his money to the poor and for the adornment of the churches of God. For a time he supported himself by working as a shoemaker. The words of the Savior were fulfilled when the saint was 45 years old. The Patriarch of Jerusalem ordained Saint Porphyrius to the holy priesthood and appointed him custodian of the venerable wood of the cross of the Lord. In 395, the bishop of the city of Gaza, in Palestine, died. The local Christians went to Caesarea to ask Metropolitan John to send them a new bishop who would be able to contend against the pagans, which were predominant in their city and were harassing the Christians there. The Lord inspired the Metropolitan to summon the priest Porphyrius. With fear and trembling, the ascetic accepted the office of bishop, and with tears he prostrated himself before the life-creating wood and went to fulfill his new obedience. In Gaza, there were only 3 Christian churches, but there were a great many pagan temples and idols. During this time, there had been a long spell without rain, causing a severe drought. The pagan priests brought offerings to their idols, but the woes did not cease. Saint Porphyrius imposed a fast for all the Christians. He then served an all-night vigil, followed by a church procession around the city. Immediately the sky covered over with storm clouds, thunder boomed, and abundant rains poured down. Seeing this miracle, many pagans cried out, "Christ is indeed the only true God." As a result of this, 127 men, 35 women, and 14 children were united to the church through holy baptism, and another 110 men soon after this. The pagans continued to harass the Christians. They passed them over for public office and burdened them with taxes. Saint Porphyrius and Metropolitan John of Caesarea journeyed to Constantinople to seek redress from the emperor. Saint John Chrysostom, September 14th, January 27th, and 30, received them and assisted them. Saints John and Porphyrius were presented to the Empress Eudoxia, who was expecting a child at that time. "Intercede for us," said the bishops to the Empress, "and the Lord will send you a son who shall reign during your lifetime." Eudoxia very much wanted a son, since she had given birth only to daughters. Through the prayer of the saints, an heir was born to the imperial family. As a result of this, the emperor issued an edict in 401, ordering the destruction of pagan temples in Gaza and the restoration of privileges to Christians. Moreover, the emperor gave the saints money for the construction of a new church, which was to be built in Gaza on the site of the chief pagan temple. Saint Porphyrius upheld Christianity in Gaza to the very end of his life and guarded his flock from the vexatious pagans. Through the prayers of the saint, numerous miracles and healings occurred. The holy archpastor guided his flock for 25 years and reposed in 420 at an advanced age.